All right, so let's talk about those fountain pens and the perfect journals to go with them. We're diving into Lestallion notebooks today.
Oh, yeah. You are in for a treat.
And, we've all heard the buzz
Yes.
about their paper and how it's like a dream for fountain pens.
Absolutely.
So I'm excited to get into this.
Yeah, Lestallion has a really good reputation, among pen enthusiasts.
Mm-hmm.
And there's a reason for that. They really understand the needs of a fountain pen user,
Right.
which is evident in the paper they use.
Okay, so I can tell you from my own experience, regular notebooks,
Oh, yeah.
they can be a total nightmare with fountain pens.
Ugh, tell me about it.
The feathering,
Yes.
the bleed through,
It's a mess.
it can make you want to give up the whole thing.
Exactly.
So what is Lestallion doing differently?
Well, they use this fantastic 120 GSM paper, and it's thick, it's wood-free, and it has this beautiful ivory color.
Okay, so now 120 GSM, ivory color, like what's the big deal?
Well, it's all about the writing experience, That 120 GSM weight means the paper is sturdy enough to resist bleed-through, even with wetter inks.
Okay.
And then the wood-free aspect, that ensures a smoother writing experience, preventing feathering and those annoying scratchy nibs.
I see.
And then as for the ivory color, it provides a beautiful contrast for your ink, making the colors pop without being too stark.
Gotcha. That's a really good point.
Yeah.
Because sometimes the white can be very stark.
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah. It sounds like they thought of everything.
They really have.
I'm trying to remember. I think my cousin, he tried out a Lestallion notebook for the first time a while back.
Mm-hmm.
And, was a huge calligraphy fanatic.
Nice.
And he was so impressed with how the ink behaved on the paper.
Oh, yeah.
He was like, it's like writing on silk.
That's a great way to put it.
That's what he said.
It really elevates the whole experience.
Yeah.
And it's not just about the paper itself. They've also considered the design and the functionality of their notebooks. They offer a range of formats. I've got the A5 soft cover, A5 hardcover, and a variety of colors to choose from.
Yeah, and I've noticed, they have the little details that make a big difference, like the numbered pages.
Oh, yeah.
And the built-in table of contents.
Very helpful.
I'm a bit of an organization freak myself.
Me too.
And I love those features. I think they're perfect for keeping track of projects and ideas and even just daily journaling.
Absolutely. For someone who uses their journal for more than just writing, maybe they like to sketch, they like to doodle, or even do a bit of watercolor.
Oh, right.
Those features are invaluable.
Yeah, that's a really good point. Speaking of keeping things organized,
Yes.
I have a friend, she's an architect,
Okay.
and she always carries a Lestallion notebook with her.
Nice.
She uses it for everything. Quick sketches, meeting notes, brainstorming ideas for new projects.
Wow.
And she swears by the table of contents. She says it's a lifesaver when she needs to find a specific note or drawing.
I can imagine.
And that's what I love about Lestallion. It's clear that they're made for people who really value the act of writing and creating.
Yes.
And they've thought of everything from the paper quality to the features. It's like they've anticipated every need a journal user might have.
Absolutely. And you can't forget about that back pocket.
Oh, yeah, the back pocket.
So useful.
It's a lifesaver. I use mine to store all those little ink samples you get at pen shows.
Oh, that's smart.
It's so handy.
Yeah, keeping it all in one place.
Yeah, exactly.
Speaking of ink,
Yeah.
Lestallion's paper, it's really known for showing off the beauty of fountain pen ink.
Okay.
It handles shading and sheen like a dream, really brings out those nuances of different inks.
Yeah, and that's something that's always frustrated me with regular notebooks.
Right, yeah.
You spend good money on a beautiful ink with all this character,
Right.
and then the paper just muddies it all up.
It just absorbs it all, yeah.
It's like, what's the point?
Exactly. But with Lestallion, you can really appreciate the subtleties of your inks. I remember I gave a Lestallion notebook to my niece for her birthday.
Oh, nice.
She's a budding artist.
Okay.
And she loves experimenting with different inks and drawing techniques.
That's cool.
And she was thrilled with how vibrant her drawings looked in the Lestallion and how well the paper held up to layering and blending.
It's amazing how the right tools can really spark creativity,
Oh, absolutely.
It's like having a blank canvas that's just begging to be filled with beautiful ink and ideas.
Yeah, and it's not just about the visual appeal, it's
Yeah.
also about that tactile experience.
Hmm.
Using a fountain pen on high-quality paper like Lestallion's, it's just more enjoyable. The pen glides so smoothly across the page.
Yeah.
The ink flows effortlessly, and there's a certain satisfaction in seeing your words take shape in such a beautiful way.
I know exactly what you mean. It's almost meditative.
Yes.
There's a rhythm to it. that I find incredibly relaxing and satisfying.
It's therapeutic.
It is, yeah. I actually started journaling regularly during a really stressful period in my life, and a friend recommended I try a Lestallion notebook.
Oh, wow.
And it made a huge difference for me. The act of physically writing things down, the feel of the pen on the smooth paper, it really helped me process my thoughts and emotions in a way that, like, typing on a screen just couldn't replicate.
It's a different experience.
It's a totally different experience.
Yeah, that's a beautiful story. It speaks to the power of journaling,
Yeah.
slowing down, connecting with ourselves through the written word.
Mm-hmm.
And Lestallion journals, they provide the perfect space for that kind of introspection and self-expression.
I think so too, yeah. I'm curious, with so many different Lestallion notebooks available,
Yeah.
are there any particular models or features that you find particularly well suited for fountain pen use?
That's a great question. Well, all Lestallion notebooks are fountain pen friendly, of course.
Of course, yeah.
But there are a few that stand out for me. For everyday writing and journaling, I love their classic A5 hardcover.
Yeah, those are nice.
Sturdy enough to withstand being tossed in a bag,
Right.
yet it still feels elegant and refined.
I agree.
And the hardcover also provides a nice, stable writing surface, which is important when using a fountain pen.
Oh, that's a good point. I haven't thought about that.
Yeah, I've been eyeing their softcover notebooks as well.
Oh, yeah, me too.
They seem like a great option for carrying around in a smaller bag or purse. They are, and don't let that softcover fool you. It might feel less formal,
Right.
but they're still incredibly well-made and durable.
Okay.
That faux leather is soft and supple, and it develops this beautiful patina over time.
I love that.
I actually gifted one to my brother,
Oh, nice.
who's a writer and always on the go.
Okay.
And he loves how lightweight and portable it is.
Yeah?
He says it's become his go-to notebook for jotting down ideas and observations, wherever inspiration strikes.
Sounds like the perfect companion for a creative mind.
Absolutely.
Speaking of creativity, I've noticed that Lestallion also offers dot grid notebooks.
Yes, they do.
Those seem like a great option for bullet journaling, sketching, or even calligraphy practice.
You're absolutely right. The dot grid provides a subtle structure
Yeah.
without being too restrictive.
Right.
It's a great way to add a touch of visual organization to your notes and doodles.
Mm.
And the spacing of the dots is ideal for practicing calligraphy strokes and letter forms.
It's like having a versatile canvas that can adapt to whatever you want to create.
Exactly.
I'm a huge fan of bullet journaling myself.
Oh, nice.
It helps me stay organized, track my goals, and I love the creative freedom it offers. I can see how a Lestallion dot grid notebook would be perfect for that.
I think so too. And, beyond the different formats and rulings,
Yeah.
Lestallion also offers a wonderful range of colors.
Oh, they do.
From classic black and navy to vibrant reds and blues, there's a color to suit every personality and preference.
I love that, yeah.
And they even have some limited edition colors that come out every now and then, which are always a treat.
It's like choosing a new outfit for your thoughts and ideas.
Yes.
You can pick a color that reflects your mood, your personality, or even the theme of your journal.
Exactly. It's about making the journaling experience personal and enjoyable.
Yeah.
Speaking of enjoying the experience, have you ever considered using a Lestallion notebook for something other than writing or journaling?
Ooh, that's an interesting question.
Yeah.
I'm always up for trying new things. What do you have in mind?
Well, I recently started using a Lestallion notebook as a travel journal.
Oh, nice.
I love how the thick paper holds up to different types of media.
Okay.
I can paste in ticket stubs, photos, pressed flowers, and even do a bit of watercolor sketching
Wow, that's cool.
without worrying about the pages warping or bleeding through.
Yeah, it's true. That's a good point.
Yeah.
That's brilliant. It turns your journal into a tangible record of your adventures.
Yes.
Like a mini scrapbook of memories and experiences.
Exactly.
I can imagine looking back on it years from now and reliving those special moments.
And because Lestallion notebooks are so well made, they're built to last.
Right.
It's like creating an heirloom.
Yeah.
Something you can treasure for years to come, even pass down to future generations.
It's a beautiful thought.
It is.
It elevates the act of journaling beyond just personal reflection.
Yeah.
It becomes a way of preserving memories, sharing stories, and connecting with the past and future.
And with Lestallion notebooks, you can do it with a touch of elegance and style.
Right.
They provide the perfect canvas for capturing life's adventures, big and small.
I'm definitely feeling inspired to try using a Lestallion for my next trip.
You should.
It's a wonderful way to make those memories even more special and lasting. I've been thinking about something you mentioned earlier about how Lestallion paper really lets the beauty of fountain pen ink shine.
Oh, yeah.
Can you tell me a little more about that? Like, what makes it so special?
Well, it all comes down to how the paper interacts with the ink. Lestallion paper, it's specifically designed to be fountain pen friendly, and it has this unique combination of smoothness and absorbency that allows the ink to settle beautifully on the surface without feathering or bleeding through.
So it's not just about the thickness of the paper then?
Thickness definitely plays a part, but it's more nuanced than that.
Okay.
Lestallion uses a special sizing process that controls how much the ink spreads.
Interesting.
So you get those crisp lines and vibrant colors that fountain pen users love.
I see.
And because the paper is so smooth, your pen just glides effortlessly across the page.
Right.
Makes writing a real pleasure.
Okay, that makes sense. It's like the difference between riding on a rough, bumpy road
Uh-huh.
versus a smooth, freshly paved highway.
That's a great analogy.
Yeah.
And remember how we were talking about shading and sheen earlier?
Oh, yeah, yeah.
Lestallion paper enhances those characteristics too.
Oh, okay.
So shading is that beautiful variation in ink color you get within a single stroke. And sheen is that extra shimmer or gloss that some inks have.
Right, right. I've seen those stunning ink swatches online
Yes!
where the ink looks like it has a whole galaxy trapped inside.
Exactly. Those are inks with high shading and sheen properties.
Wow.
And on lesser quality paper, those details might get lost or muddled.
Yeah, that's true.
But on Lestallion paper, they really pop.
Oh,
It's like the paper is showcasing the ink's full potential.
so it's like having a stage for your ink to perform on,
Yes.
allowing it to truly shine.
Exactly.
I'm starting to understand why fountain pen enthusiasts rave about Lestallion notebooks. They're not just notebooks, they're like works of art in themselves.
Yes.
Designed to enhance the beauty of. It's about elevating the everyday act of writing into something special, something to be savored.
Exactly. And speaking of savoring the experience,
Yes.
there's one more detail about Lestallion notebooks that I think is worth mentioning.
Okay.
Have you ever noticed that distinct scent they have?
Now that you mention it, yes.
Yeah.
It's like a subtle, almost sweet aroma.
Uh-huh.
It's definitely not your typical paper smell.
It's not. That's because Lestallion uses a special binding process and high-quality materials.
Okay.
It's subtle, but it adds to the overall sensory experience of using their notebooks.
Interesting.
It's like a little bonus that speaks to their attention to detail.
Yeah, it's those little touches that make such a big difference, you know?
Absolutely.
They elevate the entire experience and make you feel like you're using something truly special.
They do, and I think that's a fitting way to wrap up our deep dive into the world of Lestallion notebooks.
Yes.
They're more than just a place to write. They're a testament to the art of fine writing, the beauty of fountain pen ink, and the joy of creating something lasting.
They're an invitation to slow down, appreciate the moment, and connect with the power of the written word.
Absolutely.
So, for all you fountain pen enthusiasts out there, if you haven't already, I highly recommend giving Lestallion a try.
Yes.
You might just discover a whole new level of writing pleasure.
And remember, it's not just about the features, it's about the experience. Let Lestallion be your guide on this journey of ink and inspiration.
That's a beautiful thought. Thanks for joining us on this deep dive into Lestallion notebooks.
Of course.
We hope you've enjoyed exploring their world as much as we have.
We did.
Until next time, happy writing.